Hi friends, and welcome back to Thriftmas in July, day 8, where we are going thrifting every single day for 12 days at my local Goodwill store. The fun thing about this series is seeing firsthand how thrifting can be so hit or miss. I know a lot of people try out thrifting, don't find anything good, and then it just fizzles out. But going every single day really shows there are some days that are, I wouldn't even call them misses, but not as good. And then other days like yesterday where I find so many things, whether it's for personal use or as a reseller. You never know what you're going to get when you walk into these stores. So we're going to go back in today to see what we can find to flip online for a profit. So let's go. When I came in, I thought those were the same carts as yesterday, just some leftovers, and I was right, but we had to check. I just wanted to shout out that I know Goodwill is selling more and more kind of new with tags items, but sometimes these are really good to pick up as gifts. These are, I think, $10 for all of them. These were like $5 or $6. Catherine Melandrino shorts, or pants. They're still better than you would pay for them at TJ Maxx, and if you're looking for gifts or Christmas presents, check out your local Goodwill. This is not sponsored. All right, here's a pair of cut from the cloth on a new rack that I am checking out. If these had been blue, I probably would have bought them at a normal denim color since they were a boot cut flare, but white denim is just hard to find, so I'm not going to pick it up today at this price. I just loved this color. I thought it was really beautiful. I probably would have grabbed that at the bins. Blue and gray is one that I will also pick up at the bins. That was substantial enough that I probably would have grabbed that, but it's not going to sell for much, so paying the $6 or $7 sweater price here just isn't going to be worth it for me. Here is a pair of Chico's flare jeans. I liked the style of these, but it's a very small size for Chico's. It would be almost like a medium, I think. So if these had been a larger size, I would have picked those up, but historically for me, those small sizes in Chico's just don't do as well and usually sit around for a while. That one I was just trying to make sure wasn't Lululemon. It felt actually nice, but I couldn't find it. And she's so cute. They actually had that one priced at a t-shirt price, which is awesome. They rarely do that for women's clothes. This one I really liked. This is the vintage Pooh tag that I have mentioned I pick up fairly frequently. I liked the denim slouchy long sleeve shirt and all of the Pooh embroidery. So I do put that one in my cart and carry it around for a while, but there ends up being a bit more wear than I had expected, and so I put it back. So that was the only new cart, so I popped over to the, no, I'm sorry, this is still on the new rack. This is an Escape dress, Escape by Joanna Chen. I have sold this brand a variety of times. This one did not have a size. I would have picked it up. It was just dirt on the bottom, but these formal wear dresses, yes, sometimes I get them home and realize they don't have a size, and so I try to measure, but people are always obviously wanting formal wear to fit them perfectly, so even with measurements, I'm always nervous to do that. So since I realized it in the store, I'm gonna leave it behind. This looked like a nice tactical kind of outdoorsy jacket that I was excited about at first, but they do have it priced up to $20 per usual. So I looked that one up off camera and it did not warrant the retail price for paying $20, or the resale price. And if it had been less though, maybe $10 or less, I might have picked that one up. Not too many new racks to look at today, so I figured we'd pop over to the hard goods and see if we see anything cute. Loved these little vintage bamboo trays. I'm not in the market for anything like this, but there is a whole set of them. They had them priced $4 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. If anyone watches the Homeschooling Picker, I think that's what she keeps her jewelry and stuff on in her hard goods storage. Great channel. If you're not watching it, go to Homeschooling Picker. She's so much fun. Still keeping an eye out for Christmas presents, things, for my kids or for family. I pick up candles here that are new quite frequently just because I like having candles around. These ones were priced to $7 though, which I just kind of thought was crazy. I get them at Aldi quite a bit for like $5? So I'm not going to pay $7 here. Here's a cute little Scentsy buddy. I have heard these can sell well. I honestly didn't look him up. Maybe I should have. That's a Village candle. It is not a Yankee candle.
Unfortunately, not finding too much today. Maybe we'll head back over to the dresses and check those out. We usually have some pretty good luck. And we'll pop in some other sections and see what we find.
On my way there, I spotted this gold label vintage Victoria's Secret sleep shirt. This is like a long sleep shirt style. Very pretty, very silky, satiny. It is not 100% silk. It is just polyester. But then I saw this great big hole in the side. So if that had not been there, I would have picked it up. That's the best selling label for me within Victoria's Secret, especially if you can find any of the things that are 100% silk, or if you find the really like pretty long sleep dresses, or like a sleep set that has a top and a bottom. So while I was here, I figured I would check and see if I see anything else that's cute. Nothing else there, but when I went over to the dresses, this was right on the end cap. This is an Amanda Upperchurd, again, a shirt dress style. It's actually more pink than it's looking on camera here. It's like a dark neon pink. This is looking more red. And yeah, I really like it. I should be able to wear it to the office, just a bit oversized first. Amanda Upperchurd is a pretty high-end brand. It sells for a lot. The resale value, as with most things, isn't huge, but it does sell pretty well. I sold a jumpsuit from her recently for like $60. Here is a House of Harlow dress. If you remember from a few days ago, I was sad that there was a flawed House of Harlow dress I couldn't pick up. This looks like this ties maybe really cute in the front, or it probably wraps around and ties in the back. And really loved this. They didn't price it up. They actually priced that as a top accidentally, but it is definitely a dress. It felt really nice, so I was trying to see what it was made out of. Then as I turn it around, dun 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 dun, it is new with tags. That is amazing. Very excited about that. I feel a little bit redeemed since we had to leave the other one from that brand a few days ago. I was going through the tops, but I saw these boots. These I noticed right on the end were Ralph Lauren, and I got excited for a second, but there's definitely damage there on the back, or else I would have picked them up. They are a suede leather. Anything that's like equestrian riding style from Ralph Lauren or Ralph Lauren is one of their best selling, if not their best selling kind of style. Anyone needs some super sparkly Steve Maddens? Oh my gosh. Those will turn heads for sure. So I found a pair of Johnny O. Johnny O is a golf brand, and I've never found their shoes before. I actually was thinking about picking these up, and I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but the red on the sides had kind of made the white leather almost like pinkish around the edges. So those I left behind, but these Olakais I was not expecting. These were priced up a bit more to $12.99. So at first, I don't think I'm going to get them, but I put them in my car, I looked them up, and then I decided that I think those could sell for maybe around $35 to $50. So even at $13, I decided to bring those home. Here's some pants that I decided to put back that are all skinny. They're rag and bone. These are like a dark gray wash skinny. We the Free. Oops. Things that maybe a past Maria would have picked up. Even the Judy blue skinny. All of these three I decided to leave behind. Shout out Mix 1065. They are a radio station out of Baltimore that I listen to almost every morning on my way to work. So if you listen to 1065, tell me down in the comments. We can be neighbors.
So you've probably noticed that I never go through coats when I'm here because every single coat, no matter what it is $20. You can't come in the store and buy a coat for less than $20. Like, I like this Woolrich corduroy, $20. Every single Kohl's coat, $20, all the way down. So I never even look. I know that I could miss stuff, but it's just not worth my time.
In the women's pants now, I just thought this was kind of like a throwback J. Jill tag that's very dated. Colored denim is difficult, so I'm not going to pick it up, but I wanted to show the cool little tag. I don't often go through this section, to be honest, in the thrift because I don't always find as much time, and at Goodwill usually I'm just popping in to see the new racks, but since there was only I think the one new rack, we're going through some more places today, and since I've basically been all through this store the last 7 days of Thriftmas, I figured we'd see what we could find in a section that I haven't gone through at all yet. Talbot's is still a great bread and butter brand for me, but it is typically a bins brand for me. I rarely pick it up at the racks prices at Goodwill.
From 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Sundays, hours will be 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Additionally, 4 locations will have even longer hours, operating from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays. These stores are the Laurel.
Okay, so this very well-meaning, I'm sure, gentleman just came up to me, like right next to me, like it like surprised me and was like, I just have to tell you that you are beautiful. Like he just kept telling me how beautiful I was, which is very nice, but kind of strange. And then he like pointed, like almost touched my hand, my finger, and was like, and I see no ring. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, it's at the jeweler, because it is like the stone was getting loose and I didn't want it to come out, so I need to get it fixed. And he was like, oh my gosh. And then he just kept telling how beautiful I was, and I kept saying thank you, and then like trying to keep shopping so he'd get the hint. And then he left. He was very nice, but also very strange. And then the nice Goodwill employee came up and was like, by the way, I love your outfit. So I don't know. Thanks.
Add this to the list of things I was not expecting to pick up at Goodwill today are Crocs slippers, and like full-on slippers. These are soft bottoms, all through fuzzy. Oh my gosh, they're like a cloud. But for $5, we grabbed those. I was tempted by this J. Crew linen blazer. It was a very small size. I wasn't convinced in the style. I did comp this specific style and I was not finding good things. I was seeing solds for this one in white for like $10 to $15. So I left that behind, as much as I do love selling J. Crew blazers. I would have liked to pick up this Banana Republic new with tags, a butter yellow blazer jacket, but they have this one priced so high that that's not gonna happen. They obviously saw the retail price and priced accordingly. One I was very excited to find though was this vintage Ralph Lauren. Look how cool these buttons are. I love just how cool is that tag? This type of patterning does so much better for me than any other blazer. It is wool. It's missing one button on the back, but I'm just going to take off the other button and pull out the threads, and you will never even know that those needed to be there. It doesn't affect, they're just purely decor, and I think it'll look absolutely stunning. So that was my favorite find of the day today. Was over sorting my cart and I noticed these UGG clogs. Now I would have loved to pick these up, but these were basically dented in the front. This isn't just like something you could steam out. It looked like somebody dropped like a concrete block on the toe.
And that is thrifting for you. Yesterday we found 26 things, and today I found 5. So I ended up getting the 2 dresses, the Amanda Upperchurd and the House of Harlow, and new with tags. Let's go. Especially feels redeeming after finding the House of Harlow yesterday or the day before, the like really pretty yellow one. I saw it was still there that had the flaw in it that I couldn't pick up. So found a new one, and it was new with tags. And then I picked up the really fuzzy Crocs. Like, they're completely soft. They're not hard bottom, they're soft bottoms, and they're in great condition. They were only $5. We got the Olakai. I did pay up a little bit for those, but that specific style looks like it could sell for 40 to 50. And what else do we get? Oh, the blazer. I love that Ralph Lauren blazer. It is beautiful. That pattern's going to do well. It is 100% wool, and I definitely think there's a market out there for it. So we will be back tomorrow for Thriftmas Day 9 to see if it's a day like this or a day like yesterday. So stay tuned and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Of course, give the video a big thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.